Nityananda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nityananda Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Asto Tarasata Shri Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nityananda Pravishta Om Vishnupad Asto Tarasata Shri Srila Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nityananda Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Asto Tarasata Shri Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Padasta Tarasata Shri Shila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Asto Tarasata Shri Shila Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Tirobhav Maha Mahotsav Titi Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Mahabhagavat Srila Gaur Kishore Das Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Shri Srila Sachidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Vaishnav Sarvabhaum Shri Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Shri Gauri Vedanta Charja Baladev Vijabhusan Prabhu ki jai. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki jai. Shri Narottam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu Trai ki jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Sada Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Srila Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandadi Gaur Parshada Vrinda ki jai. Nam Acharya Srila Hari Das Thakur ki jai. Prem Sikaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Shri Navadvip Dham ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Go Govardhan Dvadashavanatmaka Shri Braj Mandala Dhama ki jai. Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Yamuna Ganga Tulsi Bhakti Devi ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Govinda Radha Gopinath Radha Madan Mohan Jiv ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda Radha Shyama Sundar Radha Raman Radha Damodar Jiv ki jai. Shrimati Lalita Vishaka Adi Ashta Shaki Vrinda ki jai. Shri Rupa Manjari Rati Manjari Adi Manjari Vrinda ki jai. Shrimati Vrinda Devi ki jai. Shrimati Purnamasi Yoga Maya Devi ki jai. Shri Gopishwar Mahadev ki jai. Sarva Bhishta Pradata Giriraj Govardhan ki jai. Grantaraj Shri ki jai. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Jiv ki jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Purushottam Kshetra Dham ki jai. Bhakti Vigna Vinashana Shri Nrsinga Dev ki jai. Bhakta Prabhu Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Charu Dham Charu Sampradaya Charu Acharya ki jai. Akara Matraj Shri Chaitanya Mat ki jai. Akara Matraj Shri Chaitanya Mat ki jai. Akara Matraj Shri Chaitanya Mat ki jai. Or Ananya Shakama Ananta Koti Vaishnava Brinda ki jai. Tri Bhuvana Pavana Harinama Samkirtana ki. Tri Bhuvana Mangala Harinama Prabhu ki. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra ki jai. Sachinandana Gaura Hari ki jai. Shri Nityananda Mahajanna ki jai. Shri Pancha Tattva ki jai. Shri Antardvip Mayapur Dhama ki jai. Antardvip Mayapur Simantadvip Godramdvip Madhyadvip Koladvip Ritudvip Janadvip Modadramadvip Rudadvip Atmaka Shri Shri Navadvip Dhama ki jai. Jai Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Everyone, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Tirabhava ki jai. Gaur Premanande. So we are very happy to come here to Bhakti Vedanta Kunj. This is the kunj in the spiritual world where all the Bhaktivedantas are going. In any lifetime, huh? So, and I'm very happy to see all of our Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis coming for this program. Some we don't get to see so often because they're working so hard. But at least we can come and hear the glories of Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur. So are you ready to sit here till about 10 p.m. tonight?
Yes.
That is just barely touching the surface of the glories of Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati. What can we say? Huh? So, I want to request our two sannyasi godbrothers to speak a few words in glorification, and then after that, then I'll address. So, Raghava Maharaj?
That's my shoe. Chaitanya Manopustam, Sanjayana Buddha. Swayamrupa Kadamayam, Vedanta Swami. Hey, Krishna Karuna Sindhu, Dina Bandhu Jagatpate, Gopesha Gopika Khan, Radha Kanta Namaste. Tapta Kancana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi, Hanamami Hari Priye, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Our Sripad, Padmanabha Maharaj said we're very happy to be meeting here. And it's a fact, we're very happy to be in Mayapur Dham. How fortunate we all are to be here during this wonderful Mahotsav of Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur, father, great-grandfather to some. But the grandfather is always very kind, even more so than the father. You can talk to him. You're related to him. He's your relation. We're very fortunate to be in this sacred line. I want to say a few words. Most of the Westerners here, we were not born in India. And we didn't take a canoe here. We flew. We came from New Zealand, from Australia, from Russia, America, South America, Europe, Canada. We've come to India via the airplane. And the home of the airplane is called the airport. And in the major airports of the world, there's a curious little house, a kiosk. And at the top of this kiosk are the words, currency exchange, where you can exchange some of yours for some of theirs. We are coming from America. We can land in Moscow and exchange one of yours for approximately 89 of theirs. If you go to Canada, your wealth will increase by approximately 25%. And when you come to India, one of yours will be worth 83 of theirs. And what this shows is that throughout the world, currency exists, but it does not have the same value. When we will examine the religions of the world, that current must be love. Christianity, Islam, Buddhism. Love must be that currency. We call it Ras. And there is nothing to top this love that is found in the Vaishnava tradition. Not even close. Not even close. Love must be the goal. In this world, you'll annually see many books on the market. 20 things successful people always do. 25 things successful people never do. 10 things successful people never buy. Stacking dollars is not being successful. We're here in Durga's prison house. What is the real success? What is it they're not teaching? Success for the human being, the goal of this human life, is love of God. Our Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur, when he came out of the jungles of Mayapur and began his movement, there were only three disciples, 2 young men, and one of those young men had a sister. And she was the cook. And she would cook the white puris that Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur was fond of. Later on, one of those men were asked, what was it like in the beginning? He said, in the beginning, we didn't know exactly what it was he was trying to convey to us. Srila Bhakti educated, and his vocabulary was immense. They didn't understand. He said, but we did understand 2 things. One, it was as if he was forcing us to drink some nectarian ambrosia. Forcing us to drink. And the second, we got to see with our own eyes what it meant, what the meaning of Lotus Face was. As Srila Bhaktisiddhānta pounded his hands on the desk in front of him, The blood rushed to his face, and the rosy and pink hues came to his face. And they said, we could see what Lotus Face meant. Our Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Narayan Maharaj also said something. Once a very small group of us were in front of Srila Narayan Maharaj. And it was very quiet, and you know, if you've ever been in his assembly, he would stare and look. And when his eyes hit you, you knew he wasn't looking at your form. He was looking at you. And as he was looking, he stopped, he said, "What are you thinking?" And a few people put their head down as if they could hide from him. He said, "I know what you're thinking. You're thinking how beautiful he is." He said, "That's because you didn't meet my spiritual master. That's only because you didn't meet my Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj." Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj and Srila Bhaktisiddhānta favored each other. They look very similar. Very beautiful. We hear about this beauty. Our Lord, young Shama Sundar Atintya Guna Sarupam Govindam Aripurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Krishna's beauty, it's a chintya, inconceivable beauty, charm, sweetness, fragrance, inconceivable fragrance. You know, in the Middle Ages, the European royalty, they considered it beneath them to bathe. Only the field workers, the people working in the farms, they had to bathe, but we are royalty, no need to bathe. So the French came up with an invention called perfume. You can only imagine what it must have been like. Even we know some people that may have put on some cologne and they hadn't bathed for a couple of days. How hideous that is. Cleopatra herself, when she would take her ship to other ports, before entering the harbor, she would perfume the sails. And the people in the town, they would become intoxicated by this fragrance. These are man-made fragrances. Can imagine Krishna's fragrance. It's described as being a musk mixed with the blue lotus. Musk is an incredible fragrance, mixed with the light, sweet smell of the blue lotus. So Krishna, inconceivable beauty, inconceivable sweetness, inconceivable charm, inconceivable fragrance, and very strong seductive powers. All attractive, like metal iron filings to a magnet. All attractive. We heard about Srila Bhaktisiddhānta coming, starting his movement, and I'd like to go to the end. Upon leaving this world, he called his disciples forward. He said, "I have harmed so many of you. I have caused so much distress. But in the end, you'll see that I simply wanted to help you. When I instructed you, when I chastised you, that was playa. This was my own madness. Because my real position is bhakti, madness. This ecstatic raging. So Bhakti Sridhar has a book, and we have all read this book, hopefully. And we'll say to each other, did you read The Golden Volcano? Did you get a copy of The Golden Volcano? But what's the full title of that book, Deccap.Day? The Golden Volcano of Ecstatic Love. This is transcendental madness. Ecstatic raging. It explains in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Lord Chaitanya himself spent the last 18 years speaking in madness. In madness. And when Uddhava was sent to Vrindavan under the auspices of bringing a letter, Uddhava couldn't believe what he saw and heard. Song to the Bumblebee. Sometimes you'll hear people say, song of the Bumblebee. It's not, it's to. Song to the Bumblebee. And after hearing this transcendental madness, Uddhava prayed to be a blade of grass, a bush, anywhere within the boundaries of Vrindavan. He couldn't believe it. Outrageous. Krishna's not about some milquetoast love. Oh, Maharaj wants me to end here. I wanted to tell one more thing, if I may, one last thing. I'll end there because I know we're short on time. So anyway, this love, the highest goal of the human being, is what our Guru Varga, coming down from the 6 Goswamis to the 7th Goswami, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and to our Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur, and to our gurus today. Thank you very much. Antakalpatarubhyasa kripasindubhya paditaram bhavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Hare Krishna. Om Agyanam Timrindasya Gyananjaya Salakaya Shakshiyum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, this is a very auspicious time, a day, Mahotsava, Titi, that we are all inclined, and, as Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami would say, we are supposed to be honoring days like this, Because when you honor days like this, what happens is that the mercy, the karuna of the personalities, these great personalities we are honoring, some of their mercy, some of their abilities to perform the devotional service will rub on us. So today we are honoring Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada, this great soul who came from the Krishna Loka. He is actually, Parika of Radha Rani, who had come to do what? To help us, follow the rules and the aspirations, the manobistam of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So in essence, his appearance is to the benefit of the whole world. His appearance is what? For the benefit of the whole world. Now, after he appeared and started, he was even reluctant to actually do his spiritual work, to preach. His mood was just to perform bhajan. And in what we now call Yoga Pit, where, after Yoga Pit was discovered, that place was just like what? A forest of, Tulsi. But and then there were also cemeteries all around, the Muslim cemeteries. But Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati, Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Prabhupada maintained his residence there and chanted 1 billion? 1 billion rounds. Then finally he had a dream. You have to preach. And he was like the lion of a preacher. Everybody was afraid to actually encounter him. So what happened? All the Goswamis and then the Brahmanas, they were being, decimated in the form of the Krishna Lila. Decimated in the sense that whatever they were preaching was not considered almost right. So Srila Prabhupada will correct them or will try to give the right thing or preach the right thing to the detriment of these personalities, because they were losing whatever income they were getting. So one time during the parikrama, Navadvip parikrama that he had organized, what happened? They gathered together and conspired to kill him. And in the course, he was actually, rushed away by our Param Guru Dev, Srila Bhakti Pragya Keshava Goswami Maharaj, who actually took his, saying how humble he was. And they said, can you report who were the people? He said, nothing happened, it's okay. He did not give up and when he went, the next day, the people complained to the police that he came to survey the place so that he could send thieves, armed robbers, to steal their properties. And their properties have been stolen. They never in any way, anything or retorted to that. But then one very great personality who was living there, his name was Pal Chatrodori. He actually went to the police and he said, my pond had been stolen. The police were wondering, what? Your pond? How can somebody steal your pond? Your pond is there. Nobody will steal your pond. He said, precisely. If my pond has not been stolen, how can you say that this great soul had come to your houses to steal your things? And the police have to drop the charges. And when the residents got to know who he was, they were so apologetic that what did they do? They gave him the present-day place in Champakahata, which was then the residence of who? Who? The brother of who? Gadara. Yes, there he has set up what? The deities of Go Gadara. But what was that place before? Jaidev Goswami's residence. So if we go there, we know that this place was given to Shri Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Goswami, Prabhupada. And the present day caretaker of the place, Nishinga Prabhu, Das Prabhu, every time we go, as we are Narayan Maharaj disciples or anything, he is so happy to just, give us, a service. So I don't want to go further. I want to hear from my senior god brother, who is, knows these things very well. He will speak on Shri Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada to our desire. But one thing I want to say is that we are here in this material world, in the mood of what? Trying to enjoy material wealth, trying to enjoy Maya. But unfortunately, the more we try to enjoy Maya, the more we are ensnared in its crutches. We want to happiness, but happiness comes with the miseries that it brings, because this material world is a place of what? Duality. This duality is always there. But if we, just last time I quoted this word, Brahmanda Brahmeti Kunaiva Bhagava Jiva, Guru Krishna Prasada Pai, Bhakti Latabij. If at one point we come across, by mercy of Guru and Krishna, the mercy of these Vaishnavas or great souls who are traversing all this material world, trying to help, the moment we come across such a personality, what happens is that he gives us his mercy. He plants into us the Bhakti Lata Beach. And that Bhakti Lata Beach can take, according to our own desire, the seriousness we have, can take many lifetimes or can take just a small lifetime. So we are here now by the mercy of God, who had come to the West to give us this knowledge. But for him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't know any of you. So we are very fortunate that he followed the dictates of his spiritual master, Shri Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Goswami, Prabhupada, to give us this knowledge, to bring Krishna consciousness to us. So let's take advantage of this. And what is the advantage? We should all become serious. Because according to the level of our seriousness, the level of how desirous we are to attain Krishna, that Krishna will actually reciprocate. So that reciprocation is for each and every individual of us to actually attain. If we don't, then we may be making useless the body that we have attained. This human life form is to know Krishna, is to serve Krishna. The animals won't come here today to honor Shri Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Goswami. The monkeys will steal your grasses or will be looking for food. But as human beings, we have got the consciousness to inquire, who am I? Where do I come from? Where am I going? Ke am I? Ke ami? So with this form of inquiry, we come to this level of knowledge by the mercy of our acharyas. So let's take advantage of this. Let's make use of this lifetime. We may not get another body like this. You may get a body which is in the heavenly planet. You may be enjoying so much of material life that you forget about Krishna. You may be born into a lower form of body. You may be suffering in such a way that you forget about Krishna. But in this human form of life, you have been given the opportunity. If we don't take advantage of this, then we are actually cheating ourselves. We are cheating ourselves. Don't let us cheat ourselves. Let's be serious and follow the dictates, follow the manobistam of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu according to the way Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada had laid it down for us. So with this, I humbly give the baton to my senior sannyasi, God brother, also Srila Bhakti Vedanta, Padmanabha Maharaj, Vanchaka Patarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyo Vacha Patitanam Pavnibhyo Vaishnavabhyo.
Can you turn up the sound? Om Ajnana Timirandasya Haribol, Haribol, Gauranga, Gauranga, Haribol. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Shri Gurun Dinataranam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Iti Namane Shri Varsavana Videvi Dayataya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayane Prabhave Namaha Madhurya Ujjvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtai Dinatarane Rupanuga Virudapa Siddhanta Devanta Harane Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Bol Hare Krishna
Krishna
Louder
Hare
Louder One more time loudly Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Jai Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki Jai. My Dandavat pranams to the lotus feet of my most worshipful beloved Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta, Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Astatarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, who is the servant of his Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur, in his pranam mantra, which I just said. Namaste Saraswati Devi. I offer my Dandavat pranams to the lotus feet of my beloved Siksha Gurus, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, and Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and to the lotus feet of all my Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga. So, and to all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Without the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, what can we do? Who can we speak with? Who can we glorify these personalities? So, the Shrotriyagan who are listening are practically as important, and sometimes even more important, than the person who is speaking. You know, Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur, it is his disappearance day today. But his disappearance day and appearance day, they are equal. Almost all of the lectures that we have on our purebhakti.com for this day from our Gurudev, Srila Narayan Maharaj, they're all given on the appearance day. But appearance day and disappearance day of the Vaishnavas is equally as powerful. And we've heard this again and again from Srila Bhaktivigyan Bharati Maharaj. On their day, on those days, appearance and disappearance, they are giving special blessings and special mercy. So when you pray and remember them on these specific times and days, very, very high level of potent blessings to attain Shuddha Bhakti comes from them. It flows from them on these days. So on his appearance day, A.C. Bhaktivedanta should meditate on these persons. When we hear the poetry of our acharyas glorifying great personalities, that is the perfect glorification. So I want to read his poem. So now, Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur took birth where? Where was he born? Where did he appear on this planet? Jagannath Puri. So, Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj is telling to all of us, adore, adore, ye all, the happy day, blessed than heaven, sweeter than May, when he appeared at Puri, that holy place, my Lord and Master, his divine grace. O my Master, the evangelic angel, give us thy light, light up thy candle, struggle for existence, the human race, the only hope is divine grace. Misled we are, all going astray. Save us, Lord, our fervent pray. Wonder thy ways to turn our face. Adore thy feet, your divine grace. Forgotten Krishna, we fallen souls. Yes? Have we forgotten Krishna? Have we forgotten Krishna, all of us here? Yes, that's why we're in this material body. Because we forgot Krishna. So Prabhupada is saying, forgotten Krishna, we fallen souls, paying most heavy the illusion's toll. Paying. Land of loan. Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj said, this is the land of loan, L-O-A-N, because everything has to be paid back to the farthing with interest. Yes, it's not free. Nothing is free here. So Prabhupada is pointing this out, that forgotten Krishna, we fallen souls, paying most heavy the illusion's toll. Millions of lifetimes, paying. But darkness around. Darkness all around. All untrace. We cannot find our way. The only hope is divine grace. Message of service thou hast brought. Whose service? Of whose service has Bhaktisiddhānta? Huh? Yes. Who else? Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, all the associates. Yeah. The message of service thou hast brought, a healthful life, healthful life, as Chaitanya wrought. Yes, Mahaprabhu gave this life. How to live our life in this human body, how to attain spiritual perfection, that was given by Mahaprabhu and all of his associates, and they demonstrated to us. So message of service thou hast brought, a healthful life, as Chaitanya wrought. In this, some people don't know the old English, but wrought means to build something, to develop something. Unknown to all. What's unknown to all? This message, this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought. Unknown to all, it's full of grace. What's the meaning of grace, editors? Strength and energy, grace. Unknown to all, it's full of grace. That's your gift, your divine grace. Here's the particular verse in this song that Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur liked the best of this poem, because he read this poem. This was during his life. So here's our Srila Prabhupada, who's telling Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarane. What is he saying? Absolute is sentient. Thou hast proved. Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur, he would fight completely against every single misconception, especially Mayavadism. So what did he prove? That the Absolute is a person with senses. He's the Supreme Absolute Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, Shri Krishna. So thou hast proved this fact, O Prabhupada. Absolute is sentient, thou hast proved. And what else? Impersonal calamity, thou hast moved. The immovable. Even now, to this day. Two individuals caused all of Bengal to go to hell. Do you know who those two individuals are? My Srila Prabhupada told their names. And still, now, all Bengal, they've gone to hell because of the preaching of Mayavad. Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur would not tolerate this. He would not tolerate it one iota. So impersonal calamity, thou hast moved. Get out of here. This gives us a life anew and fresh. Yes. Worship thy feet, your divine grace. Worship thy feet, your divine grace. Had you not come, O Gurudev. Had you not come, O Prabhupada, had you not come, who had told the message of Krishna, forceful and bold, had you not come and told this message forcefully, boldly, that's your right. You have the mace. What's a mace? What's a mace? Yes. Who carries maces? Warriors. Who's the original personality who carries a mace? Baladev. Yeah. Does Lord Narayan carry a mace? Sure as heck does. He carries a mace. What is the mace for? Smashing things. What things? What things is that mace meant to smash? What things? Living things? Yes, living things. In what kind of form? What kind of species of living things? Human beings. What kind of human beings? Does this mace, is it used to smash them? Come on. Demon. Asura. Does Krishna not say it about his own activities whenever he descends, or he expands himself, or he sends his representatives, especially when he comes? He says, Paritranaya sadhunam, I come to save my devotees. And in order to save my devotees, what do I do? Vinashaya cha duskritam. What is a duskritam? What is duskritam? It's the opposite of sukriti. Those who are impious, those who are demonic, asura bhavam ashrita, they've completely taken shelter of the demoniac nature. Krishna says, Vinashaya chaduskritam. I destroy them. I destroy them. So in the Kali Yuga, we know that Mahaprabhu, he did not kill anyone's body, did he? He almost did with Jagai and Madhai. He was getting very close. But who fell at his feet and implored him, please don't do? Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda is the original Guru Tattva. All of our gurus are representations of Lord Baladev Nityananda. And Lord Baladev also carries a plow, and what else? A mace. Yes. What's the plow for? I can't hear.
Cultivating the field of the heart.
Yes, cultivating everyone's heart, which is like a planting field where you want to plant seeds, right? So Baladev has a plow in his hand because he's the original guru. And the guru makes this preparation of the heart so that the seed of the bhakti lata can be planted there. This is the position of Shri Guru. Shri Guru is not a timid person at all. Not at all timid. They are very bold. And Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur is the epitome of this. There are so many lectures given by our Gurudev that I was reading, how this is mentioned, his boldness. And I'm also going to read the prayer of Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, where he specifically points out this quality of Srila Bhaktisiddhānta. So, here, my Guru Maharaj is telling that had you not come, who had told the message of Krishna forceful and bold, that's your right. You have the mace. Save me a fallen, your divine grace. So the last verse, he's telling the line of service as drawn by you is pleasing and healthy like morning dew. Nice poetry. Like the beautiful fresh dew on the petals of the lotus in the morning time. This line of service as drawn by you is pleasing and healthy like morning dew. And we experienced that, did we not? Did we not experience that? That this line of service, given by Mahaprabhu, given by our Rupanuga Acharyas, to us very fallen jiva, did that not make our life sublime? Prabhupada used to say, chant Hare Krishna, and your life will become sublime. Yeah? This is the message of Guru Tattva. Serve Mahaprabhu, serve Radhan Krishna, your life will become sublime. So Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati is being glorified that he drew this line of service. How to follow, how to serve. Shri Upadeshamrita of Rupa Goswami, and then Manasiksha of Raghunath Das Goswami, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. All of this was given by our Rupanuga Acharyas. And amongst the Rupanuga Acharyas, Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur, what happened? Yes, Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, he was the lion. Lion. And you know, you often see this depicted in a lot of architecture and art, and especially in our Gaudiya mats. What does the lion do? Can the lion bring down an elephant? Can it? Yeah. You go to our Govardhan Mutt, and you have the lion coming down and biting the trunk of the elephant and subduing the elephant. Even killing the elephant, lions can do. What does the elephant represent? You're what? What? Ignorance and elephantine vices. Thank you. Are the vices in the hearts, the sinful tendencies, the desire to gratify our senses no matter what. This sinful nature is like elephantine vices. Very bad contamination of the heart. Guru is the lion who subdues that. So Prabhupada is saying, this line of service is drawn by you is pleasing and healthy like morning dew. The oldest of all, you are. The oldest of all. Why? Because Shri Guru is eternal. Guru Tattva is eternal. The oldest of all, but in a new dress. Because Shri Guru comes again and again as the exalted, pure Mahabhagavad Vaishnavas to save everyone in this world. So oldest of all, but in a new dress. Miracle done, your divine grace. Gaur Premanande. Miracle done, your divine grace. On the boat. You know which boat I'm talking about? The big boat called the Jaladuta. On that boat, our Srila Prabhupada embarked to cross the oceans, to come to America. Why? Why? He was ordered. He was ordered by who? Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. He kept that order always, deep in his heart, tried to manifest that during his presence within this world. Always. The first time that he met Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur, 1921, I think it was, 22, in Calcutta. What was it called? What was the name of that lane? Ultadanga. Yes. So Prabhupada, because he was born, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, because he was born in a Vaishnava family, and so from his early childhood, his father used to invite so many sadhus, and they would come, and he would serve them and give them lunch and prasadam, and then he would ask them to bless. Yes, he would ask each and every one, and now I request that you bless my son, Abhay Charan. You bless him. For what? Very specific blessing. That he should become a great devotee of who? Of Radharani, yes. So in this prayer, now crossing the oceans, I forgot. So in the first meeting, Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur saw this little group, I think there was 2 or 3. One of his friends from university brought him, almost dragged him there. You have to come, you have to come, you have to see this sadhu. He's not like the other sadhus. So when they came into the room, they bowed down, and Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur was addressing the group. And as soon as they came in the room, bowed down and sat up, he immediately spoke to these 3 youthful persons who had come in wearing khadi. Because why? Because they were followers of Mahatma Gandhi at that time. That was the rage of all the students and the youth in India, was to follow this non-violence, non-cooperation movement to drive away the British. Of course, we know that it really wasn't him who drove the British away. Years later, our Prabhupada told us very specifically, he said, no. Huh? Yes, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was amassing an army in Burma, and he was going to march in and militarily kick out these damn Englishmen. Yeah? That's why they left, okay? Not because of non-violence. Once I was in Vrindavan with our Srila Prabhupada, and one of the few times I had a chance to go on a morning walk with him after the festival, I think in 1977. And there was one elderly, dressed like a sadhu, Indian man who was on the morning walk, and he was kind of living at the temple and helping with the Gurukul a bit. But he suddenly started to talk to Prabhupada about Gandhi. Big mistake. Prabhupada stopped walking, put his cane down, looked him right this far from his face. Gandhiji is born. And then he began continuing to walk. But we've heard his explanations. Why? He promised to give Bhagavad Gita to all of India in all the schools. He didn't do it. All he did was hodgepodge. And that's why he was killed. If you hear what the assassin told, he was given a chance to give his reasons. Very learned person. And he gave his reasons. How he was deviating from the Vedic culture of India, Gandhi. So enough of Gandhi. This is not his day. But I had to make this point. These young men who came in front of Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur were followers of Gandhi. So Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Prabhupada said, you are all intelligent, educated young men. You should preach this message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the whole world. You are English knowing. You should preach this message. So when did Abhay Charan, what did he say? What did he say in response to that?
He said, who will listen to the subjugated people?
Yeah.
First have to free ourselves from the British.
Yeah, he said, who will listen to us? He gave this objection to Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur. You're suggesting that we should go and preach this to the... But in the world, everyone knows India as what? A subjugated nation for hundreds of years. They don't even have self-rule. Who's going to give us credibility, huh? Now, I really wish that I had at least some kind of transcription of what Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati told, or a tape recording, but we don't have that. But when our Srila Prabhupada explained, he said, then at that time, my Guru Maharaj told, he said, this mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is not dependent on any external situation of this world, neither political, social, economic, nothing. It is not dependent upon that. The way that he told that to them, the words that he used, inculcated a very powerful faith in the heart of Abhaicharan at that time. And when he heard that, he says, yes, now the mission of Mahaprabhu is in the hands of a very capable personality, and it will be preached everywhere. And after that meeting, he just kept on. He said to his friend, the friend said, so what do you think? He said, yes, this is the person. He says, he could not stop thinking about him. I constantly was thinking, I have met such a saintly person, such a divine personality I have met. He kept on thinking after that. And he actually said, really, I was initiated by him at that moment. That's the real initiation. So, there's a long history. I'm not going to go into the whole long history, but I just wanted to make this point. Who gave the instruction? What instruction was given? Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur instructed this person who became his disciple, and for his whole life, in household life, doing business, he thought that he would serve Krishna by doing business. It was even in his astrology chart. He would be one of the wealthiest men in India. So he thought like this. He was a Vaishnava. But Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati told him he should preach this message. So gradually, after some of his business attempts had failed, then he began to write articles in the English language and practicing. And he started the Back to Godhead magazine. And that went on for many years. In that time period, like in the 1940s and 1950s. And so gradually he went through his household life, and he became successful 3 times. But then each time it went down. And now everything was being taken away. Actually, he heard a verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam where Krishna himself is telling that if I want to give a particular person my real karunya, my real mercy, then what do I do? Yasyaham nugranami harishe tadhanam shanai. I take away their wealth. And then what happens? Then, the relatives and friends and so forth, they now look upon him as being like a useless person. And in that condition, he takes complete shelter of me. This is exactly what happened to our Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. And Shri Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, he was staying there very often for a period of more than 10 years. And he would come from Navadvip, from Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, and he would stay with Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, who was Abhaicharanaravinda Prabhu at that time, and he would be hosted, and they would have many intimate talks over many, many years. And then, later on, he told to all of us, his disciples, that this person, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, Actually, Krishna liked him to prepare me. Krishna liked him to prepare me. So, he had a dream while Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj was there, and in his dream, his Guru Maharaj came to him in his dream. Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur came to him in his dream. It wasn't the first time. He had also come to him in his dream during his householder years, telling him, you should take sannyas. You should take sannyas. But now, this is getting near the end. And now, he came very powerfully in his dream, told him, now you must take sannyas. It woke him up from the dream. He came to Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Guru Maharaj came to me. He told me I must take sannyas. What should I do? Srila Sridhar Maharaj discussed it with him. He said, better not to do anything too quickly. A few days later, dream came again. Now, Abhay Charanaravinda Prabhu came to Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, very serious mood. Again, Guru Maharaj came to me. They spoke briefly. Srila Sridhar Maharaj recalls, the next day, he was gone. He was gone. He didn't take anything with him. He left home for good. Yes. So, gradually, he took sannyas from Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, who was his very intimate friend and godbrother. And he told him, he said, our Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, has given you this responsibility to preach in the Western world. You cannot do this unless you take sannyas. Again and again, Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj also telling him, oh Prabhuji, you must take sannyas. Finally he took sannyas from Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj, who got sannyas from Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. And now, with earnest, he began preparing to go to the West. And he worked tirelessly to translate the Srimad Bhagavatam first canto in Radha Damodar temple, praying at night, in the middle of the night, sweeping with a broom. Hey Rupa, hey Jiva, how will I do it? How will I do it? If you don't give your mercy to me, how will I do it? Weeping, sweeping in front of their samadhis. So now the time came to come to the Western countries. Krishna arranged it. But why was he going? Because his Guru Maharaj ordered him. And now he was almost going on 70 years of age. And yes. So, he got the arrangement that he could come to the West on the steamship Jaladuta. And now he went through a very great hardship. Almost died as they were coming through the Arabian Sea, and the sea was very, very, very uproarious waves, and he had a heart attack. And he had 2 heart attacks. And for about days, he was just alone. He didn't eat anything. But somehow Krishna brought him. And now they came to the Mediterranean Atlantic Ocean, and the captain of the ship was astonished that the whole way across the ocean, it was very calm. He said, I never saw this before. He told this to Swamiji, Bhaktivedanta Swami. Oh, you should come with us every time we cross, and the ocean will be calm. About a week before they reached the Boston harbor, Srila Prabhupada wrote this prayer. Who is he glorifying in this prayer? And from the very first verse, he's trying to negotiate with Krishna. He's trying to convince Krishna that, oh Krishna, I know that you really, really desire to get Shrimati her. I know that, Krishna. And I have a suggestion for you, O Krishna. Because my Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati, Goswami Thakur, Prabhupada, he is the most intimate maid of Srimati Radhika. That's his position. He is Nayanamani Manjari. He is directly descended from Goloka Vrindavan Dham, one of the eternal maidservants of Srimati Radharani. And he has come to this world to give the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he has ordered me to preach this message, but I'm incapable of doing this. So my dear friend Krishna, Krishna taba punya habe bhai, ei punya koribe jabe, Radharani kushi habe. What does that mean? Radharani will be pleased with you, Krishna. Dhruva ati boli tomatai. I am telling you this in a very serious mood, O Krishna. You want Srimati Radharani's mercy? Help me. Help me. Because my Guru Maharaj is the maidservant of Srimati Radharani. And my Guru Maharaj has ordered me. So if you help me to carry out this order of my Guru Maharaj, Radharani will be pleased with you. So now he says, Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Sachi Shuta Priya Ati Krishna Seva Jar Tulanai. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati, immediately he refers to Prabhupada, his Guru Maharaj. Sachi Sutta Priya Ati, he is extremely dear to the son of Mother Sachi, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Krishna Sevai Jar Tulanai, there is no one to compare with him in the realm of the magnitude and the quality of his service to Krishna. No one can compare. Say Mohant Guru, Jagater Madhe Uru. He is that great saintly Guru, Mahant Guru. And in this whole universe, there is no one to compare with him. Jagater Madhe Uru. Oh, Krishna Bhakti Day Tai Tai. What is he doing in this world? He is constantly giving Krishna Bhakti to everyone. Krishna Bhakti Day Tai Tai Tai. Here, there, to everyone he is giving Krishna Bhakti. No one can compare with his service to Mahaprabhu. And now he says, his desire, Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur's desire, Tar Itcha, his desire is Balavan. What does Balavan mean? Very full of Bala, spiritual. It is very powerful, his desire. Tan tan hoy jate gorangera nam. Here he's saying, all throughout the entire Western worlds, Paschatyete tan tan hoy jate gorangera nam. By his powerful desire, the name of Gauranga Mahaprabhu will go everywhere in the world. Where? Prithivite, Nagaradi, Asamudra, Nada Nadi, Sakale Loy Krishna Nam. Our Gurudev used to say something like this. When he came to the West, finally, to fulfill the desire and order of his Siksha Guru, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And then he said, I saw his preaching went everywhere in the world. I saw in the middle of the oceans, on the mountaintops, next to the rivers, everywhere I saw. The Hare Krishna movement is there. He's predicting that by his desire, in every town, every village, Nagaradi, Asamudra, Nada Nadi, all the rivers, the streams, the oceans, what will happen? Sakale loy Krishna Nam, Gaur Premanandi. Everyone will take Krishna Nam everywhere. He's predicting this in his poem. Because Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur ordered this and desired this. And then he said, when this happens, when this takes place, Tahale Ananda Hoy, Tabe Hoy Digvijay, Chaitanya Kripa Atishai. This transcendental mercy, this vast mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it will conquer all directions. Digvijay, completely conquering all directions. Chaitanya Kripa Atishai. And then what will happen? A transcendental flood of ecstasy will cover the lands. Maya Dushta Jata Dukhi Jagat Vaishnavera Itcha Puranahoy. So when all of the miserable and sinful living entities become happy because of this ecstasy of Mahaprabhu's mercy going everywhere, then what happens? Vaishnavera Itcha Puranahoy. All the Vaishnava's desire becomes fulfilled. Say, now he says, Se karja jay koribare, agya jadi dilo more, jogya nahi an dinhin. I am very low and fallen. But my Guru Maharaj, he has ordered me to accomplish this mission. I am not worthy of. I am very fallen, very insignificant. Therefore, O Lord, now I am begging for your mercy so that I may become worthy. Because you are the wisest personality. You are Sabar Praveen, very supremely wise and intelligent. And then he said, if you bestow your Shakti, if you bestow your power, then Guru Sebai Bastu Mile, by serving Shri Guru, one will attain the supreme Paravastu, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, and Jivan Sartak Jadi Hoy. Your life will become Sartak, completely fulfilled. Say, Seva Paile, Tahale, Shuki Hole, Tabasanga Bhagyate Miloy. And then at that time, one becomes completely full of happiness. And then, Tabe Sangha Bhagyate Miloy, by good fortune, he will attain your Sangha, your association. So this is the prayer. This is the prayer where he's glorifying his Guru Maharaj. And what happened? What happened as a result of this kind of prayer? Divine power had to descend. Divine Shakti had to descend. Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj told this fact. He gave this guarantee that no one can do such what he did. No one can do. It is not the work of even and regular. This is beyond. This has to be directly Krishna's Shakti. Therefore, I declare him to be Nityananda Shakti Avesh Avatar. Why? Because of Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur. So Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur, he is what? He is the embodiment of Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mercy. Shivarsavani Vi Devi Dayataya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayane Prabhave Namah. He is giving the relationship with Krishna to all the jivas, to all and all transcendental knowledge. Madhurya Ujjvala Premadhya, that prem that Gauranga Mahaprabhu came to give, Unnata Ujjvala Prem that Mahaprabhu came to give. Sri Rupanuga Bhakti Da, in the line of Rupanuga, in the line of Rupa Goswami, he is giving that bhakti, by which one can attain this Unnata Ujjvala Prem Ras, the gift of Mahaprabhu. Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute. You are the very embodiment of the mercy potency of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtai Dinatarane. You are the Shri Murti, the very Vigraha of Gauravani, of the message of Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Gauravani Pracharane. That's why Prabhupada, our Prabhupada, wrote it in his Pranam mantra. Gauravani Pracharane. Why? Because his spiritual master is the personification of this. Rupa Anuga Aviruddha Apasiddhānta. If there is Apasiddhānta going on, which is opposed to the Rupanuga line of instruction, then what does he do? Rupanuga Aviruddha Apasiddhānta Dvanta Harane. He uproots that. So this is the power of our Guru line. This, in this world, this day is such a powerful day that Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur completed his, on this day, 6, beginning 1937, on this day. And he gave his instructions to his disciples who were near and dear to him. There's all written down, especially Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj. Oh my God, you have to read his book, in love and separation, where he's giving his poetry. Like at least 5 times he wrote an entire long Bengali poem glorifying the final instructions of Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur. So Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur, he glorified the line of Rupanuga. He protected the line of Rupanuga. I'm now finishing. Right now. Don't worry. He glorified the line of the Rupanuga Guru Varga. He is the topmost amongst them. He chanted 1 billion names of Krishna right here at Chaitanya Mat. For 10 years, he chanted 1 billion names. He took a vow. What happened? Mahaprabhu appeared to him with his associates and said, now you start preaching. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about manpower. We will send everything. And they sent. How many great disciples of Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati came to this world? All these divine personalities descended to assist him. Now this mission in the form of ISKCON, Gaudiya Math, and many other institutions are going all over the world. It's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. There is a flood coming, and it's coming very soon. I'm not even going to start to talk about it, all the signs and the symptoms and what's going to happen to prepare the whole world. It's all going to happen within this next 20. And then our Srila Prabhupada predicted at that time, everyone would be very interested to hear the message of Mahaprabhu. Gaur Premanandi. Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki jai. Shri Tirubhav Mahamahotsav Titi. Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhānta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Vancha Kalpatarubhascha. Kripa Sindhubhevacha. Patitanam Bhavanebhyo. Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Artik. No, it's okay. I was just held up so long, I couldn't, there was so much crowds. We had to wait even for the boats to come across, So sorry for coming late.
Thank you. We have just heard just a drop of